When my parents announced they were having another baby, I packed my bags and moved out that same day. I'm 17, and my parents have basically been having kids my entire life. They had me when they were teenagers, and ever since then, it's like clockwork. Every 2 or 3 years, boom, another baby. At this point, I've got 5 younger siblings, and I love them. I really do. But our house, it's chaos. The kitchen always smells like spilled milk and old cereal. Someone's always crying, throwing toys, or screaming because their toast looks weird. Food gets spit on, smeared, or thrown. Plates hit the floor. My parents just laugh and say, they're just kids. But then they look at me to clean it up. Every single time. I became the default babysitter, maid, and backup parent before I could even drive. When the youngest was born, instead of keeping her in their room, they put her in mine. I was 16 trying to survive school, waking up every 2 hours to feed a baby that wasn't mine, changing diapers, singing lullabies, failing classes because I was too exhausted to think. And every time I said something, I got the same line. You're the oldest. We need your help. Then last week, my parents sat me down at the kitchen table. They were grinning like they'd just won the lottery. Guess what? My mom said, glowing. We're having another baby. I froze. I remember the sound of the fridge humming, the baby crying in the next room, my dad laughing, and all I could think was, I can't do this again. Not another sleepless year. Not another newborn in my room. Not another round of pretending I'm okay while I raise their kids for them. My chest felt tight. My ears were ringing. I just stood up. I went straight to my room, grabbed my backpack, my passport, the folder with all my documents, and a few clothes. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely zip it. Then I called my grandparents. The second I told them what was happening, how my parents had made me the built-in babysitter again, they didn't even hesitate. My grandpa said, sweetheart, come stay with us right now. So I did. I walked out that door, backpack on my shoulder, and didn't even look back. By the time I got to their house, my parents were blowing up my phone, texts, missed calls, voicemails full of guilt trips. You're selfish. We need your help. You're abandoning your family. But I was done being their free nanny. The next day, they showed up at my grandparents' doorstep yelling, threatening to get me back. They even tried calling the cops, saying I'd run away. But my grandparents stood their ground. My grandpa looked them straight in the eye and said, you chose to have those kids, not her. She's not your backup parent. And for the first time in years, I felt protected. It's been a week since I left. My grandparents helped me enroll in a new school nearby. I actually sleep through the night now. The quiet feels strange, like my brain's still waiting for a baby to cry. I still love my siblings. I always will. But I'm finally realizing something I wish I'd known sooner. You don't owe your parents your childhood just because they decided to have more kids. Sometimes the most grown-up thing you can do is walk away.